Hey everybody, Kenny here. Welcome back to our nasty Epoch playthrough. Last time we wasted the last of our Fire Bastion keys. And then wasted a bunch of our Lightless Arbor keys. This time we're going to keep on trying to finish that tier 3 with Lightless Arbor. If we waste them all, then we move on to Temporal Sanctum.
Over here.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this particular dungeon. Because at least with the Fire Bastion boss, when I died to that, like I knew that it was, my inability to, react the way that someone with normal, like, reflexes could. But, like with this one, like I don't even know what killed me last time. I honestly don't. Like, I died to that boss, and I couldn't tell you what the... they told me that... Like, I was killed by, the thing, but... And it was physical damage, but that's all, as much as I know. Ah, that happened again. And I don't know if like it's like something specific to like that boss, like like they have like some attack that like you need to actually be looking at the main big model to be able to tell that it's doing some special thing. That doesn't have a telegraph on the ground anywhere. Which, if that's what the case is, then that is bullshit. That is actual bullshit if that's what happened. There's no way they can expect you to look at what that big thing is doing while you're trying to light the braziers on both sides. Yeah. And so I think, like, mechanically, like this dungeon, like, has like shrines of wealth show up. Like, I think it's actually like
Not happening.
like I don't think that all the shrines, obviously all the shrines aren't shrines of wealth, but I think that like there's probably like a higher volume of shrines in this dungeon than normal areas, because of the fact that the why does that keep happening?
Not happening.
I fulfilled the prophecy, right? Got a communion of the erased. Like, since the like the reward thing for this dungeon, it requires you to spend a lot of money. Like, I think, like, it gets set to spawn in more shrines so that you have more opportunities to get shrines of wealth.
Not happening.
And the reason I feel that way is because after after the first time we completed this place, like I got myself down to like 60k money. And then after like 2 runs, like 2 attempts after that,
Not happening.
or 2 or 3, I don't even remember at this point. So like 2 or 3 more attempts at, well, so like we completed it on the tier 2. Then so after like 2 or 3 tier 3 attempts,
Not happening.
like we ended up with like like double the money that we had, or more than double the money that we had. And so I think like, you know, like this one is designed for you to be able to make money faster than other places. It doesn't make up for the fact that the boss is capable of just killing you without you being able to tell what's actually happening.
Not happening.
Okay, I think I just saw it.
Not happening.
I think it was that like vine thing you just saw like crawling across the ground. They very much blend into the surrounding.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
I don't understand why it stopped taking damage. Like I thought maybe one of them stopped being. I thought maybe like one of them stopped burning, but like both sides still seem to be burning. I'm not sure what that was about. Yeah, so it's not that one. It's different. So Communion of the Erased. Armor, potion slots, has Weaver's Will. Stats on this item are doubled after using a potion. Gain an extra potion slot per equipped Weaver item. Increased armor, percentage of mana spent gained as ward, more damage to stunned enemies. Does that include this one? So would it be 4 if you put this on? Or would it be 3 and then like you get an additional 1 for Weaver items other than this one? Because when we beat the tier 2 version, like, I don't remember there being a point where, like, you know, after burning the, you know, after burning the two sides, I don't remember there being a point where it just stopped taking damage.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
And maybe in, like, maybe like the number of things to burn is based on the tier. So because the first time we did it, it was the tier 2. That's why there were 2 of them. But since we're doing the tier 3, that means there's actually a third thing that we need to find and burn.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
Yeah, because when we started hitting it, like, it went from, oh, needed another prophecy somehow. We got another Communion of the Erased? Weird. Oh. No. No, do I have that in? Like, I was thinking, like, maybe that's what that lens that we saw that says that it causes, like, it causes the prophecies to be completable multiple times was, but like, we don't have that because that requires like rank 8 or something. What? Really? Every time that we've ever seen that come down, being inside of here has always been outside of the range of us being able to be hit by that. But this time it wasn't. So I guess like the first couple times it was just we lucked out, and it wasn't that we were doing the mechanical thing in order to avoid it. This is just an extra here. Here's our final attempt. And I will say this, like, I know this is gonna sound like me just being
Not happening.
like salty about dying, but I will say that like, you know, like the boss designer for this game like doesn't know what they're doing. They're honestly they're bad at their job. They honestly are. Mind you, like, you know, this is the case for pretty much all action RPGs. Like almost every game in this genre. Like, they're all bad at their job. Because they don't understand the, like the basics of what it means to be making, like, you know, like what a boss needs to be in a game like this. Because when the whole thing is that, like, you know, like you are moving, and that the only way to move more is to have a specific skill bound that lets you move more. But you have movement skills limited so that players can't abuse them. Then you can't put shit in your game that slows the player when they're in the area that they need to get out of. Because, like, how many times have we seen that now? Where we just get slowed down inside of the area that they're trying to get us to move out of. I mean, like, it's basic game design shit, you know, like, it's very infuriating. Like, they are very bad at this. I love this game. The game itself is great, but the boss design is bullshit. Like, they don't know what they're doing when it comes to boss design.
Not. Not happening. Not happening.
Yeah, because when it's an action game, then if you go and you put in hard limitations for, like, players moving around, the purpose of that is that you want it to be meaningful when the player uses their movement skill. You know?
Not happening.
But when the thing that you're trying to move away from triggers faster than... Mind you, like, obviously I am like a below average player when it comes to actually being able to react to things, because that is a literal limitation that I have, just as a person. But like when it's designed that, like, you know, like, oh, like you actually need to be someone who is properly skilled to be able to do this. Why? Why does someone need to be skilled to be able to avoid something? Make it that... Why does that keep... Don't tell me it's the same belt again. Same belt again. What is going on? Keep on finishing the same prophecy, getting that same reward. Like, is it resetting the fact that we completed the prophecy each time we fail? Is that what's happening?
Not happening.
I mean, because that's abusable if that's what's happening. Because then you could just go and like grab a bunch of prophecies, you know, that just require you to
Not happening.
like kill rare enemies. Like inside of dungeons.
Not happening.
Either just like, you know, like inside of like a certain tier of dungeon, or like inside of a certain dungeon in general. And then just kill yourself before, you know, you reach the end. You know, like intentionally kill yourself so you can just go and keep on, you know, like wasting keys to repeat those prophecies. Now, which will obviously be a bug if that's what's happening.
Not happening.
Like, I don't get it. Like, what is... Like, what am I supposed to do there? How am I supposed to not get hit by that? I'm like, sure, like, it could just be that it's bad luck on my part that I happen to start moving in a direction just before the telegraph starts going. But even if that wasn't the case, it's slowing me. The moment that telegraph starts, it slows you. That's part of the the effect of the thing is it starts slowing you, and then it hits you. You know, like it starts slowing. You need to get out of it before it reaches all the way out, and then it slams down. Like, this is such bad design. This is such terrible, terrible game design. That's all of our keys. All of our... All of our keys from those two. Let's try hand at Temporal Sanctum. Oh, for this one, you only do... Yeah, I don't understand the way these work. So for Soulfire Bastion, we had to start from tier 1. For Lightless Arbor, like they let us start from tier 2, which I thought was because we had completed the tier 2 in Soulfire Bastion. But here, we have to start from tier 1. So why did it let us start from tier 2 in Lightless Arbor? I don't understand.
Intruders? A waste of time.
What's that do? Get around the void. This here? Okay. I see. So it's like a plane shifting thing. Go into this realm. Still there. Yeah, so we need to look for the places where, like the Void Realm and like the Majacid Realm, or
Not happening.
different. This is a cool one. I like this. Oh, I just built a prophecy. Okay. Titan Heart. Prism Wraps. Veil Root. Other Titan Heart. And Irun's Wisdom. I don't think we've seen that one before.
I've finally done it. No more will my research be mocked and labeled useless by the Diamond Matrons and the Sapphire Brethren in the Temple. The Eternity Cache's secrets will be mine. Praise be to Majasa.
Nope. Oh, it's a healing fountain. That's what that is. Yeah, those aren't a feature anywhere else in the game, so. Did not expect to see those. How am I supposed to get there? Because in this realm, like that side's locked also. This is locked also. This way?
What's this? How are they manipulating time? Could it be?
Oh, there's two here.
Not happening.
Two lore to go for here.
How long ago did I first harness this power? How many times have I traveled to the future? Only to witness the same ruin. I can't seem to recall. It does not matter. The Eternity Cache is simply too weak. If the Epoch truly exists, then perhaps...
Not happening. I have seen the future with my own eyes. Countless possibilities, yet they all lead to ruin beyond my imagining. I've sent a full accounting of my research to the Vessel Maiden. She has always listened to me. Surely, she will heed my warnings. If only I could learn more. I can find a way to change our fate.
Okay. All the lore for this place.
Yes, now. Epoch has finally come to me.
Not happening.
Only save me.
Not happening. Not happening.
Odessa. Why?
Oh, here we go.
The Epoch! I will have it! The future cannot be denied! Still so much to learn.
Ura Star Dial. Tattered journal. The pages are tattered as though the journal was torn to shreds.
I've finally done it. The Epoch is fated to enter my sanctum in this approximate timeline. I must only wait for it to fall into my grasp. Then I can't seem to recall. No matter.
Eternity Cache. Ancient power weaves around the contents within. Synthesis will complete in time. Turn to the Eternity Cache and the Divine Era to harness its power. Seal a unique item with legendary potential and an exalted item with 4 affixes each time, with 4 affixes. Each item must be of the same type. Ura Star Dial. Sapphire Ring gives mana regen. Mana spent gained as ward. Spell damage when you use movement or time travel skill. All stats on this item are tripled for 4 seconds. Use a movement or time travel skill. Guess we're talking about Void Knights. There's no other class as anything that I'd call time travel. And the Irun's Wisdom. Body armor gives health, melee code damage when above 65% health, and percentage of melee damage is leached as health when below 5% health. So those. Has 2 potential. That has no potential. I have Prism Wraps in Legacy. They have no potential. I'm not sure why I didn't get rid of that one. Yeah, because if you do this, then you want to get the most value. I have gloves. I do. Oh, but it has to have four affixes on it. I'd rather do these. Could be for a Sentinel, so attunement's good. And on that. 8 on that, 3 on that, 2 on that. You haven't triggered once. A lot of potential getting there. We only have one potential. We have to hope that we get the top one, but no guarantee. And these are better. Oh, it's the other way. See. That was a waste. I mean, like, you know, that's good, obviously, because, you know, like now it has void resistance and necrotic resistance with all the other stuff, but I did it to the weaker one. I don't use it once, right? Yeah. Once per go. Interesting. Okay. Sweet. Hmm. I wonder if it's like once you do a dungeon, like your debinding gets and like that attachment just stays until like you reload the game. So there's like a bug. Yeah, because last time, like, I thought it was weird that I had, you know, that there was like a little animation for pressing D. But that makes sense if it's like a bug where like it expects you to be doing the dungeon action, but you don't have anything. You don't have the dungeon thing set to do the dungeon action.
Can I help you?
Yeah, so in case I didn't go over the prison wraps before, armor, less elemental damage taken, increased elemental damage, increased crit chance, and percentage of elemental damage leeches health on crit. Yeah, that tooltip thing actually hurts to look at. Yeah, these have potential, so I could have done it to these. Oh well. Done is done. Mind you, I'm planning on replacing these gloves eventually anyway. As I find something, like as soon as I find a better, Falcon Fist with better affixes on them. Or better rolls on the affixes.
More at the edges of my sanctum.
Not happening.
Are there two? I think there's two mages here. One in this timeline, one in the other timeline.
Not happening.
And but now that we know how the cache works, yes, we can just put all of that crit chance on our gloves. Oh no, we can't. They're not the same type.
Not happening.
Disregard what I just said.
Not happening. Not happening.
In that room.
Not happening.
Means of Uleros.
impossible. Only I should be able to command time here. Unless... Sounds good.
We are taking that one. Somebody drop something. Get this damn tooltip off my screen.
Not happening.
Oh, has no one dropped anything? I see. That's why. I don't know how that keeps happening. Like, the binding for doing that is Alt-X. And none of my key bindings are X.
Not happening.
You carry the Epoch then? A fool like you has no use for it.
I'm guessing that for this one, like once we get to the actual difficult tiers of the dungeon, have to fight against what's her name? How does that keep happening? The fight, like the fight against what's her name? What? What is going on?
Not happening.
What I was saying, like I think that they fight against, like in the harder difficulties, like we'll actually need to use the realm switching thing. Okay.
The future cannot be denied.
And so obviously at some point he's gonna start being here too.
Escape is
Yep.
impossible. Escape is impossible. Escape is impossible. Still so much to learn.
Chance to deal double damage with the Falcon. But it's paired with sword damage. A timer. I'd just be giving myself a bunch of mana if I use that. That's the only oh, yeah. Endurance. Yes. We'll keep my endurance right now. Don't have to worry about it from other sources. Yeah, that's 4. Void resistance. I am sad. Yeah, so it was just a coincidence that the first item that we did that with had the Exalted Affix transfer over. Okay. The Chains of Valeros. Definitely have not found mana, potion slots. Increased damage, increased ward gained on potion use, product resistance, reduced duration of stuns on you. And your potions grant ward instead of health. So that'll be it for this one. Next time we'll try the tier 3. 4 attempts at that. Where we at? Favor-wise. Oh, we're tier 6 now. Oh, okay. I see. So it says it right there. When you see the fulfilled however number of times, like each time you actually get the reward. So yeah, none of those have that. We get that belt 8 times. Yeah, it's the only one of those that I have that for. Yeah, so now that we know that, like, that's definitely something that, you know, to look for whenever I'm getting my prophecies. I always thought that was just the that was like one of the requirement things. It was like, oh, you need to complete this many times in order to complete the prophecy. You know, that's what I thought it meant. That is cool. $99 dexterity. So close to 100. Yeah, still 2 levels away from our next investment. Next time we'll run Temporal Sanctum until something happens. Either we actually complete a tier 3 or we fail. Although, like, I really like that dungeon mechanic for the Temporal Sanctum. I definitely like it way more than the other two. Just because that one, I can actually, like, you know, it makes sense to my brain to be able to do that one. You know, because like, oh, bad things are happening. Press the thing so bad things aren't happening anymore. So, like, I would say that, like, the Lightless Arbor is like the simplest one. Then Temporal Sanctum is like the mid-tier complexity one. Then Soulfire Bastion's like the... Like, even though, like, Temporal Sanctum, like, level-wise, has, like, the strictest requirements. Like, I think that, like, Soulfire Bastion's actually the more difficult of them. I mean, at least for the, like, you know, for the way my brain works, it's difficult. I don't think that exalted items can show up in here. So from now on, we actually have to pay attention to exalted items dropping. Mind you, like, we still really want to focus on just the stuff that's good for us. While we're at it, let's go and prune a little bit. Because our purples have, you know, like, they never really mean anything for us. Yeah, let's go and up that to 3. Just to give the purples more meaning. Do a few more runs of that dungeon, then we'll try out the arena. And once I've I've done all of that, I'll be able to say that I've done everything there is to do in this game, and be satisfied and calling it quit for the cycle. Like, I don't know if I'll come back to last Epoch next cycle. It depends on like whether or not like whatever they decide to do with the cycles has like return value. Like, I'll definitely be coming back to play the game, but like I don't know if like I'll like do like with Path of Exile leagues where like, oh, I want to try out like, like these new skill gems, or I want to try out like the changes they did to the particular passive. I want to try out the new league mechanic, Like, I don't know if it's going to be like that moving forward. So we just have to wait and see what the cycles are going to be like. Because my guess is that they're probably just going to add like a new dungeon each cycle. That's my guess. Since the dungeons actually have like they have their own special reward economy. They have their own special like mechanics for progressing through them and fighting the final bosses. I mean, obviously, like, Lightless Harbor. I don't like Lightless Harbor. Like, I think that's a trash dungeon, and I hope that they don't do any of them like that in the future, if that is how they're planning on like advancing the game through the cycles. But although like aside from that, like, I'm pretty sure that go back to Ancient Era. I am pretty sure that like we will be like as the years go on with this game, like we will be returning to other eras. Because like we have like the the Temple of Atera locked down here in the Ancient Era, which like, what's up with that? Again, the Divine Era. Like, what's this over here? And what's that right there? What's going on this side? There's definitely stuff going on. Like, that you can see on the map that they're alluding to, that like a Scorched Basin. Where's the Scorched Basin? Where's Argentum? Like, when have we been to these places? And they're named on the map, but these aren't regions that we've actually traveled to. So, like I'm guessing, like, that these are going to be like different kinds of. There'll be different kinds of updates. So there'll be like cycle updates where it's like some mechanical thing, and there will be like campaign updates. Because like, since the game doesn't actually have an ending, just you complete chapter 9, and it's like, okay, go run endgame now. But what about all of the orphan storylines you guys set up? Don't worry about those. Stories for losers. Only sad people like stories. Yeah. That seems to be their philosophy on this, because otherwise, why'd they do that? Why'd they release this game in 1.0 with no ending? Why did I never see credits roll? I would like a final boss, please. I would like a conclusion that makes me feel like I actually beat the game. Because it definitely does not exist in this version of the game. But this, like, as far as I'm concerned, this still isn't 1.0. It's obviously, the best place that the game's been in since development started, but like, this is not 1.0. 1.0 means that there is a definitive end that you're able to beat it and say, hey, I beat that game. It was cool. And this is not an MMO. Like, sure, like, you know, like the whole thing is, you know, like, expected content updates in the future. But just because there's expected content updates in the future doesn't mean you can say that the game is done when there's no ending to the game. Anyways, here for me. Everybody for stopping by and checking me out. In the playthrough, appreciate doing YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, be Victus, Fires and Amaris, and bye.